Hey, welcome back to Rabbit Hole Reviews, guys. This is a quick product review on some Mechanix tactical gloves. So Mechanix has a whole line of different gloves that they offer. I've used these on deployments and things like that. They're actually pretty decent for the money. These were relatively inexpensive. These are $30 delivered with Amazon Prime. They come in black and the coyote color that you see here, which obviously kind of matches the Glock 19 in the corner up there. So these are marketed as high dexterity gloves. They are light, and you give up some durability in exchange for dexterity. They're 0.5 millimeter thick. The palm is synthetic leather, 80% polyester with 20% polyurethane. The back, which you see here, this area right here, is knitted fabric, 94% nylon, 6% spandex. And the side of the fingers is knitted fabric, 90% polyester, 4% spandex. Synthetic leather, 80% polyester, 20% polyurethane. The back of the thumb, the knitted fabric, is also 94% nylon, 6% spandex. And the lining is a tricot, 100% polyester. So as I put these gloves on, so I'll put one of them, just ignore these long tags here. You can cut these out when you get them. Obviously, I've left them in for the purposes of this video. We'll just pretend that they're not there. These are extra large, and so you see they have a little strap here so you can hook it up to a D-ring or hook it up to your plate carrier or your vest or whatever, what have you. So that's a nice feature. Your typical hook and loop or Velcro fastening. We'll go ahead and tear that off. There we go. So they're actually quite nice. I would probably cut these loops off because I think they would get snagged on something. I generally store my gloves in a pouch, so I don't really need retaining loops. I'll probably cut these off later. I think this is just a really awkward place where you could get something caught in here. So that's what I'm going to do. So you can see here things like this little tab. You could probably cut that away. But it's very, very light. We'll put these on the scale in a minute. And very breathable because, you know, this is the back of this glove is pretty much 90% nylon and 6% spandex. So you got a lot of stretching there. We'll go ahead and tear the label out of this one. It's not like a mattress. You don't have to leave the labels on. And then there we go. So they fit very nice. And we'll go ahead and do a dexterity check. All these weapons have been cleared, of course. So the one thing you don't have with these gloves is grip. I would say it's basically the same level as if you were wearing no gloves at all, maybe even less, because I think your skin offers a little bit more traction than these gloves. So just keep that in mind. There's no padding on the inside here. Obviously, you're not going to have any knuckle guards. That's not what this glove is all about. So you're not going to have any real protection there. So yeah, I mean, the controls are all easily accessible. Safeties, all that. Everything's quite nice, but yeah, it's quite slippery. I can imagine that if these were wet, they would even be have less traction. So we'll put these on the scale real quick and see what they weigh. I'm going to guess they weigh about 1 ounce a piece. So definitely not something that would impact your loadout. These weigh pretty much nothing. Get this out of the way here. And we'll see what the scale says. Switch it to ounces. Reset. So coming in at little over 2 ounces for the pair. So 2.2 ounces, roughly 1 ounce a piece, which is to be expected. These are really lightweight. I think a glove like this would do really well in extreme heat, out doing different things. And for weapons manipulation, I think you're not going to have an issue there. And I think it's going to do really well for you. And you have to decide whether a glove like this is something you need in your inventory. I have heavier gloves that I use. Obviously, if you're going to do anything construction related or handling anything that's sharp or anything like that, forget about it. This is not the glove for you. There's no real leather in here. It's very minimal. It's mostly neoprene and polyester. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to see if I can take apart this bulk carrier group, see how long this takes. And I'm going to use a little bit of a cheat. I'll use my stylus here to get this firing pin retaining pin out, because otherwise this would be a 20-minute video. So we'll see how long it takes me to get this apart wearing these gloves. Let's see if I've cleaned this thing recently. So you can see dexterity wise, it's quite good. And that's really why you'd want a glove like this. So if you're out doing drills and things like that, if you have weapons malfunctions, your gloves are not going to be such a hindrance for you. And being able to feel the safeties and all that, that's a big part of it. Being able to manipulate weapons controls like slides and safeties, all that stuff is what you're going to get with a glove like this. See if I can get this back in here and get it all on camera, since I'm a one-man show. Let us see. And so there we go. So wearing these gloves, it was not an issue to take this apart. So that was my review of the Mechanix high dexterity 1/2 millimeter glove. You'll actually see it on both forefingers. So they're 0.5 millimeter high dexterity. So if you see those gloves, these are the gloves you're looking at. They come in coyote and in matte black. And I think for range use, these would be pretty decent. I'm going to take these to the range when I start shooting some long guns in a little bit, and I will get back to you on how durable they are. So this has just been a quick product review on Rabbit Hole Reviews.